my two boys here. I don't care what they do. They're still my sons.
Right.
Nothing they do can make them more of my sons. And nothing they can do can make them less of my sons. Now they can make me happier or sad with that. But they can change their names. They're still my sons.
That's right.
They can color their hair. They're still my boys.
That's right.
Nothing they can do, and it's not about being worthy. They're my DNA.
Yeah.
Naturally.
That's right.
By nature. There's nothing we can do. If you're a child of God, you're a child of God. There's nothing you can do that somehow makes you less of a child of God than you were yesterday. There's nothing you can do to make you more of a child of God than you were yesterday. And God came to the garden, and He's going to come to your life the same like He did the day before when Adam and Eve were perfect. Before they fell, He was there. And He didn't tell them, watch out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. You know what? If you guys do what you're fixing to do, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. He didn't threaten them. He knew the day before what they were going to do the next day, and He was still right there. And He knew at noon they were going to fall, and at 6 o'clock He was right there. God has never changed. No matter what man has done, God has always been where He's always been.
That's right.
It's us that walk away. God's always been where He is. In fact, He's always moved closer. I refer to God now, my new thinking is the missionary God. God's a missionary. You want to know the first missionary? It's God. He comes looking for Adam and Eve. Where are you? See, He's going to find you. Go ye into all the world. That's divine. Go find Him. Go to the hedges and to the highways. Compel them to come in. Because that's what He did with Adam and Eve. He could have left Adam and Eve right where they were hiding. Adam and Eve could have made a nice life for themselves. They could have built houses and gone on. And God says, you know what, I'm done with those guys. If that's the way they're going to feel about everything I've done for them, then hope they enjoy that. But you know, God goes and finds them. And not only that, He tells them, you know what, there's consequences to what you do. And we have to man up about that. There's consequences to what we do. You sin, you're going to face the consequence of that. I'm sorry. It's just the law of nature. You know, if you steal, you're going to go to prison. If we know you and you're a child of God, we'll come visit you. We'll come and see how you're doing in prison. But we're not going to say that you're not going to go to prison because God forgives you. No, there's consequences.
That's right.
We'll visit you in prison, and you know what? You can be a witness for God in the prison.
That's right.
That's right.